Hello guys, One Who Said Malicious here once again with the next chapter of Dueling Like a Swordsman. This chapter we're going to be covering the control part of the X-Saber gameplay. Very crucial, very important when you actually finish your swarm so you can guarantee the total destruction of your opponent. Alright, so what's the control phase? Basically, in the most basic form, it is using Gotems to clear the hand of your opponent. So basically, like after a swarm, let's say you swarmed with a couple of fall trolls, Bogart, Yunlei, you revive the Dark Soul, right? You revive the Dark Soul, went into Yunlei, you destroy the spell traps, right? You then revive Full Knight, you go into Gotems, you sacrifice, you attack with everybody, and then after you're done, main phase 2, you go scoop, maybe scoop. I don't know. You're gonna get another fall troll next turn, so whatever. And you can scoop this one, or you can scoop this one, and depending on what you really want. Like if you want the big beater on the field, then get X-Saber Gotems. If you want to like keep reviving X-Sabers next turn, then keep fall troll. I personally keep fall troll, and then you can set up cards like Solemn Warning or Saber Hole. They actually become very powerful in this moment, because especially Saber Hole, because you said it, you got the X-Saber on the field already. Saber Hole, he most probably already used Dark Soul, or you already destroyed his Dark Soul by discarding it from the hand, and maybe his Monster Reborn too. So yeah, you basically like Saber Hole becomes really powerful at this moment. So it's a really good card to set and basically maintain control. Gotems Emergency Call, if you have an extra one, is also a very good card to set at this moment, like especially if you drew into it this turn of the swarm. Cards like Compulsory, really good to, if they, in case they like set a card, well, you just Compulsory the set card, bring it back to the hand and finish the game next turn. Book of Moon, great card to set to put there too. Enemy Controller, great card to put in there too. These are cards that basically maintain the control of the field once you're done with your swarm. So basically, the point of this part of the gameplay is to ensure, once again, I repeat, it's to ensure your win. Like, because, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, the state of the game right now, anybody can come back with mere, like, less than 1,000 life points. Anybody can come back. A good top deck, anything. Without the proper protection, you can be devastated. So you need like protection. For example, if they do Debris Dragon right now and you didn't have any back row, say bye bye to that fall troll and say hello to tokens on your opponent's side of the field, which will stall them just enough so they can get back on the game next turn with a pot of Avarice or something like that. So basically, if you have like Saber Hole, just in case they do the Debris Dragon play. So you just Saber Hole and bye bye Debris Dragon. No threats, just win the game next turn. Cards like let's see other cards. Cards like Effect Vader. These cards are really, really good, especially, and they really like come out of nowhere. Like, for example, let's just say you finish the game, you finish your swarm, you made the control, you left them with no cards in their hand, and then they suddenly top deck a Debris Dragon, or they top deck some other card that has a great effect. Fake Vader, gone. You leave a Debris Dragon right there, open to attack, or some other cards that just open to attack. For example, like playing the Dragonites. Well, they do that Dragonite Ducks or something like that. Just Vader it, and that's it. Yeah. Maybe if you want to be like really evil with Dragonites, like just let them go Ducks, let them go Valeriana, and just fight Vader it. Whatever. That's usually what like most novice Dragonite players do. So you can just mess around with them if you want to like really do like some kind of psychological damage on them. If you want to be just a really good player, just Vader the Ducks, and that's it. Some other great cards for control. This is actually more of a side deck card, but yeah, Gore's Emissary of Darkness is really good. In case they do that Debris Dragon play, you can still summon him and, just poke for some damage. Royal Oppression. This is a little bit more advanced, but for those that know how to use Royal Oppression, once you're done with your Swarm, a great card to put control in the game and peak the game to your favor is Royal Oppression. You know, because you know, like you do your Swarm, you do everything, and then finally when it's their turn to Swarm or their turn to make a comeback, you Oppression, and you basically leave them like crying because they can't do anything against it. Maybe like MST or something, but usually after a Swarm and after a control, after you just like left them like top decking, chances are they're not gonna have an MST to answer this. So yeah, Royal Oppression is a great card to maintain control post Swarm. Really good card. I have it in the side deck because it's a very iffy card to use if you don't have like a bunch of MSTs or trap stuns to play around it. But if you really have the guts and you really have the skill to play this card in your deck, I suggest you main deck it as you know, and the results speak for themselves. Like YCS Orlando, top 4 was X-Sabers, and they main deck Royal Oppression. The guy knew how to use it, so yeah, I'm really not surprised that this card is so powerful when in our 3rd stage of gameplay, that is control. So yeah, very good card overall. You can also stuff like Maxi, you can use it. Let's see what else. I really don't think anything else is here worth mentioning. There's another stage of control is pre-Swarm. Like it's like in between the setup and the Swarm. You can do some control, for example with Patrol, just control the field till you're ready. You can control the field with Hammers. You can control the field with Fulham Knight. You can actually do a little bit of control with Airbellum, especially after a Saber Hole or after a Solemn Warning where the field is going to be empty. You just Airbellum, poke them to death with 1,600 and netting a lot of advantage. So yeah, that's actually some really good example of control, like pre-Swarm, in between the setup and the Swarm. You can put some control in there. That's what X-Sabers are made for. So yeah, go ahead and just exploit that as much as you want. Some of the terms of control, this is more general, but X-Sabers are very, very, very easy, you know, very prone to making this card right here, Trishula. I suggest you get one as soon as possible. Really powerful card, really changes the game in your favor. Not only helps your Swarm, it also helps your control phase too. And all at the same time. So you're basically, because you control their graveyard, you control their hand, and you basically help the Swarm by eliminating the monster on the field. So yeah, this is a really good card overall. Alright, well that covers the control section of the game with X-Sabers. That covers the basics overall. Next video is going to be some advanced tips, like some things that you might not have known about that X-Sabers can do. And yeah, that ends this chapter of Dueling like the Swordsman, you can call it like part 4, control stage. So see you guys later.